Hey you going guys, it's Luke Mead here, and today in this video I'm going to be walking you through Bubble.io, which is a mobile and web app builder. This is going to be an introduction to Bubble as I'm a beginner. Let's get straight into it guys. I'm inside of the Bubble.io web/app builder right now. You can see that this is the homepage and I've just signed in simply. It's free to create an account and I've gone through their tutorial, which is quite easy, and now I've loaded up an example of a web page that's been built with Bubble.io. Now, if we start and have a look on the left here, we can see that Bubble has got their menu builder here, and you can see we've got a heap of different elements that we can start pulling in to create mobile apps and web pages. So in this case here, we can see at the top, we've got buttons, text, shapes, alerts, videos. We've also got input for forms, sliders, and we can group items. Now for those that don't know about Bubble, Bubble is a mobile and web app builder that can create absolutely anything. It's designed, unlike platforms like WordPress, to be fully customizable with plugging in data like app data, entry data, upload data, and it's fully customized to suit that. It's also got extensive plugins to add to create your own custom web apps and build on people's work essentially. Now I haven't used Bubble before, and this video is a bit of an introduction to Bubble and how it works, and I'm going to quickly walk you through how it works. So as you can see here on the left hand side, we've got the editor with all the different settings we can adjust: design, workflow, data, styles, that sort of thing. And on the right hand side we have a live preview that we can adjust, play with, drag and drop and move elements around the page. We can also then preview the editor by hitting the preview button, and then this pulls the data through and puts it onto a website where we can actually trial and test. Let's wait for this to load, and here we are. We can see what this website that's been built looks like, and here it is. You can see that it's fully functioning. You can see that we've got drop down fields working, we've got dates being pulled through, we can click on buttons, we've got static and dynamic images there, we've got maps, and we've got all sorts of things pulling through. So Bubble is a super powerful web and app builder in this case. Now, first off, as a beginner, it is quite scary, Bubble. If we simplify it and start to look at it as in simple WordPress website pieces, we can see that it's really just made up of content which we're placing onto the website, which is easy to use. So if we don't get too intimidated by all the interface straight away, we can always start building our apps by putting in the content, like this is a new website. So this is how I suggest we start to look at Bubble as beginners, is that you don't want to get overwhelmed with all of the content out there. I recommend get started by understanding how the basics of this works. And what I mean by that is that we start with the simple stuff, which is let's put in images, let's move stuff around, let's understand how that works. Let's adjust text, so we can adjust text and the layout. Let's adjust the sizing of the content to suit our needs. Let's add our own custom text as we need be. And then from there, let's start to understand the more complex things. Now, to briefly go into the more complex things with Bubble, we've got options here to play with workflows and data. For example, in this case, this is a simple overview of how a workflow works. We've selected this button and we're going to start and create a workflow. Now the workflow editor comes up straight away, and you can see the first option is, in this case, they've set it to scroll to UI elements. So they've set it to scroll to something. So we can delete this and create our own action. And in this case, we've got a heap of options. We can sign the user up, log in, and do actions like this, or we can navigate. So we might want to go to a page, and then we can select the destination in here of index, and we can hit what am I saying? We're done. That's all it is. We're good as done. And that's how it works. So suddenly we can start changing how this works. Pardon me, you might have just heard my housemate burp in the background. And that's how we start to do these sorts of things using bubble.io. Now, as a beginner, I do think this can be a little bit too advanced. I think if you're slightly coding orientated and understand a bit more about how the internet works, then this is a good platform for you to build complex apps on. But I would say for beginners, stick with the beginning basic stuff, and then from there you can branch out to understand the data, workflows, and the options you have with that. I hope this video helped, guys. If it did, don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Have a great day. I'll speak to you all soon. Ciao, ciao.